covering the stories that impact your life, your town, your state, and your future. This is the Means Report with your host, Brad Means.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to the Means Report. We certainly appreciate you spending part of your day with us. It really is one of my favorite editions of the Means Report each year. It is our giving episode. The late producer and director of the Means Report, Marlena Wilson, pushed us to do this every Thanksgiving, and we're going to keep it going. We're going to look at 3 nonprofits here in the CSRA, ways that you can help them. A lot of people are considering their year-end giving right now. Maybe you'll get to know these 3 organizations and think, hey, they need my support. And as always, we'll show you how to keep in touch with the Means Report. It's easy to do that. You can help us get more great guests like our first one, Daniela Kappas. Daniela is the Executive Director of Kids Restart. Daniela, thanks for what you do for our young people and their families, and thanks for being with us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, so first question is, how do people come to you? And then we'll sort of figure out what y'all do once you get them. But how do clients come your way? Is it through the court system and DFACS mainly?
Yes, so actually we receive all our referrals from the Department of Family and Children Services, and so a lot of times that order comes from the juvenile court system, and then we actually then get it through DFACS, and then once we receive the referral, we start working on contacting the family and making sure that we can start providing services.
What are they going through? What is happening to these children? And with a name like Kids Restart, I'm guessing it's mainly children, but what's happening with these folks?
Absolutely. So our children are mainly in foster care. So our services are for our children and for our families. Our main service is through our visitation center, and the doors have actually been open since 2002. I have been there since 2002.
Wow.
And so we provide those reunification services at the visitation center. So we do weekly visitations because that is really the only place where our kiddos can see their family members, and it's supervised, of course, by our staff members. And then we also do hands-on parenting, parenting classes.
Are they seeing at these reunification sessions, are they visiting their biological parents or their foster parents or both?
Their biological families.
Okay.
So mostly their biological parents, and if there is an extended family component, then we have those family members come as well.
Why aren't they with their mom and dad anymore? What happened?
So these are children where the court system has gone in and there were some reasons that the children were not safe to stay in the home with their biological parents. And while the kids are now in foster care, the parents have what's called a case plan, and there's goals that are listed that the parents have to complete in order to make their home safe again for the children to be in the home. So primarily a lot of our children are with us because there's substance abuse issues in the home. And so, of course, we need our parents to be clean and sober in order for our kiddos to have a safe life with them. So we provide those services. And then we also have additional services with our visitation center where we work with kiddos either before they come into care. So there is a risk factor, not big enough to pull them out of the home, but big enough to say, hey, we need to put some services into the home, try to keep kids in the home. It's very traumatic for kids to come into foster care. And then we also have on the tail end, once families are reunified, we can help provide services in the home to help the family stay together. Because a lot of times once we are reunified, it's wonderful, we're very happy.
Sure.
But a lot of those services we had are no longer there, and so families can feel very alone.
Are the children all ages, or is there a more common age range?
So we have all ages, so we can have children right out of the hospital if mom tested positive at birth, and so children can come into care right away when they're born, and then all the way up to age 17. Once our children are 18, they can sign themselves out of care. We encourage them to stay in if there are no reunification efforts happening, just because there's a lot of benefits they could get.
Yeah.
But for the most part, school-age children would probably be like the kind of average age that we see the most.
How long does it take to get them back with their families, or does it vary?
It's It's a great question.
Yeah.
It varies. So our goal is to try to reunify as fast as possible. But if we have, substance abuse issues and those kinds of things, we need to make sure that our parents have the time to overcome that. And so they have to go through treatment. They have to have, a certain amount of clean drug screens in order to be able to have the children return to them. So kids can be in care, over a year. Just to kind of give our parents that time. So it's a hard kind of situation to be in, because you want reunification to happen fast, because we want to kind of limit that trauma being away from each other. But we also want to make sure that there's enough time that our parents have the time to be ready to be parents again and to have overcome the obstacles that they have faced.
Do you need more foster families, or do y'all have enough?
Oh, we need more foster families, absolutely. It is a big need. I believe the last time I spoke with one of our judges, which was a few months ago, we had over 420 kids in foster care in Richmond County. So that's a lot of kiddos. And of course, sometimes there's extended family members who can take the children, but a lot of times we just have children who need homes, especially our teenagers. A lot of times they are hoteled. And so what that looks like is, they're in a hotel room with a staff member from an agency, a transporter, and you have people coming in and out. And that's just a really hard thing for them to go through.
We don't have a ton of time left, but what would you say to a potential foster mom and dad out there who are apprehensive and say, look, if this person's coming from a broken home, then I don't want them causing trouble in mine?
We have amazing children. Definitely there's this, a thought of just that it's going to be hard, and we have these bio parents, and how is that going to go? We have amazing parents who love their children. They're just going through a hard time, and they just need support, and so they need to get themselves back to get their kiddos. And for our foster parents, there is so much training and so much help out there for them. It is really a wonderful thing if we can have people step in and take care of our kiddos.
Probably my last question, and it's just to ask you what you need, and it's probably all of the above, but foster families, as
Yes.
you just talked about, money. What can help you do a better job? Can we come pick a child up and take them to a baseball game?
Unfortunately, we can't do that. There's a lot of red tape, but money is definitely something that we need to make our services work. We don't have any state money that comes to us. We're completely private nonprofit, so all the money that comes in is grants that I write, fundraisers, and then of course donations. It's Christmas time. We have a lot of kiddos who are in need of Christmas presents, so we always ask for Christmas donations, because what we do at Kids Restart during the time of Christmas, we have our families celebrate Christmas together. So Santa comes, drops off the presents, and during their visitation time, we celebrate Christmas. We have cookies, we do all of the things, and we have extra time so our families can spend that time together, because they won't be together for the holidays. So yeah, that would be a wonderful help to us.
I hope people step up and help you and bless those sweet children and their families, and we just hope they get back together as soon as possible in every case. But we appreciate you managing those cases one by one. Daniela Kappas and the great team at Kids Restart, thanks for what you do.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. When we come back on the Means Report, have you fallen on tough times, or you know somebody who has? Maybe Miracle Making Ministries can help you. We'll learn about them on our Giving Edition next.